Alright, here we go. So what I did was I looked up a whole bunch of math problems online which should pop up on the ASVAB, and I pulled up a few examples that I'm going to help walk you through. And this should be one of the relatively simpler ones. It's just basic algebra. You got to find x plus y if all this fucking trash right here. Anyway, um, in uh, in an algebra-based equation like this, first thing you want to really do is you got to find x and y. You got to isolate one of them, and then what you do after that is you isolate one, and using the answer from that, you replace it in the second equation and isolate the other. So what I'm gonna do here is you can choose either one of these two. Let me zoom in real quick. You can choose either one of these two to find your x or y. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose this one, and I'm gonna look for x. So 6x minus 3y. I'm gonna bold that shit. 6x minus 3y equals 30. So what I'm going to do here is I want to find x. So my final answer for this part will be x equals something. That way we can substitute it into here and find y. And by finding x and y, we can find x plus y. Alright, so what we're going to do first is, since we want to isolate the x, we want to bring the y over the other side. So 30, and since this is negative, when we bring it over to the other side, it's going to end up as a positive. So 30 plus 3y. And you want to get rid of the 6, so you divide it by 6, which will end up as a 1x. And 1x is, in fact, just equal to just x by itself. So since you divided that by 6, you divide the other side by 6. So 30 plus 3y divided by 6. If you're confused on how that looks, it should look like fuck, my bad. Since I'm doing this on computer, it's a little bit harder to show, but what it look like on paper, or what you'd probably be more used to, is that would look more like 30. Fuck, it's too thin. 30 plus 3y all over 6. Alright, so from there, you're going to divide each of these by 6. So this is going to be 30 divided by 6, and 30 divided by 6 is 5. 5 plus 3 divided by 6 is 1 half, and 1 half is equal to 0.5. Y. An alternate version of this would look like 5 plus 1 over 2y. By the way, if I'm confusing you with the stuff I'm putting on MS Paint right here, this shit's just like an alternate kind of thing. You don't really need to pay attention to it if you're tracking with what's going on the right side. So hopefully I'm not confusing you with this Microsoft Paint shit. Alright, so from there, you have x. Now you gotta find y. So what you do is you substitute the equation you didn't use, you substitute that x with the answer you got here. So it ended up being 4, and you replace the x with this, 4 times 5 plus 0.5y equals 2 minus y from the original equation up here. And from here, you just do regular calculating. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 0.5 is 2. So it would be 2y equals 2 minus y. And from there, you want to get the y's on the left side. So you're going to bring this y to this side. So how you're going to do that is, oops, fucked up there. You're going to add this. You're going to add a y. You know what, fuck it. Forget what I just said. You're just going to bring this over to here, to the left side. And since it's a negative, it's going to turn into a positive on the left side. So it's going to end up being plus y equals 2. So 20 plus 3y equals 2. Since 2y plus y is equal to 2 plus 1, and 2 plus 1 is 3. From there, you want to take this 20 to the other side because you want to isolate the y. 3y equals 2 minus, since this is a positive, you're going to have to turn a negative on the other side. 2 minus 20. 3y equals negative 18. 2 minus 20. And from there, you're going to divide 3 from left side and therefore divide 3 from the right side. So negative 18 divided by 3, and that would end up being negative 6. So y is negative 6, and x is all this bullshit up here. So what you want to find is x plus y. Alright, so what's going to happen is you're going to have to replace this x with all this trash and replace the y's with negative 6. So it's going to end up being 5 plus 0.5y. It's from there. Plus y. And that end up being 5 plus 0.5 times negative 6 plus negative 6. From there, it's just math. Since 0.5 times negative 6 is equal to 6 divided by 2, it end up being negative 3. So 5 minus 3, and since adding a negative turns into subtraction, minus 6. And the answer to that is negative 4. So the final answer, x plus y, is going to be negative 4.